Hi, it's me again, and I'm here with my Singer 4325C. Now, I'm going to show you how to thread this beautiful machine. First, I'm going to start with my thread. I'm going to feed it this way. I'm going to put it on the spool holder, and you see it's going this way. Next, I'm going to put a spool cap on, and that's going to keep it from flying, the thread from flying off the spool. And you don't want to put it too tight. If you put it too tight, this thread won't freely move. So put it where you're threading. You just kind of test it by pulling it with your hand. Next back here is a guide. I don't know if there's some different variations I've seen. And for mine, I have a slit. So I'm just going to feed mine through this slit. Next, on the silver guide, I'm going to feed my thread through this silver slit. Okay. Next, I'm going to come down. And right here, see if you can see under this machine, under here, under the machine, and it may not show as well, but you just feeding this thread under here. Okay. Now, let me say something to make sure you do. These are 2 tips that for this machine. Before you get started on this machine, you have a lever back here. It's white. Mine is white. Lift this up before you start threading this machine. Also, on this machine, with this hand wheel, when you move this up and down, this is for beginner sewers. Make sure this is up to its highest setting. It could be down here, up here, but and the way you move this is by just turning the wheel. So before you get started, I do want you all to make sure this is high and this lever back here is lifted up. These are 2 tips they gave in the manual. Okay, now back to where we are. We put the thread on. We went through this guide. We went through the silver slit, and we just wrapping the thread around back here, down here. Now once you wrap this thread around this tension, make sure you can see this, but it's a silver, this silver guide. You have to get the thread to go through that. And that could be, show you. You see this? Take your thread and just slide it through that hole. Make sure I can see that little, okay. You slide it through that little hole. Make sure that's as high as can be. And then you pull this all the way down. Now it's a little guide, a little curly guide right here. And you just kind of curl your thread around that guide. Now once you get your thread there, it's another guide right here on this needle clamp. Okay, make sure you can see and I'm not in the way. Okay, hold on just a moment. Let me be able to reach it, okay? And I got it right there. And then, for this machine, you make sure you have a nice clean tip so it'll go in easy. For this machine, you feed the thread from front to back. There's some Singer models you have to feed it from the left. And if you do not thread them right, you will not be able to sew. And this one goes from front to back. Okay. And that's how you thread this beautiful machine for the 432500C. We'll make sure you can see this well. So first you start and put the spool of thread here. And then you put it around this guide. Then you come down the silver slit. Then you wrap it around this tension. You come back up, you slip it through the hole. Can you see that? Okay, there you go. You slide the thread through that hole. Then you come back down to this first guide and then the next guide on the machine. And then you feed the thread from front to back. And that's how you thread this beautiful machine. Next, I'm going to do a video to show my beginner sewers how to pull up the bobbin thread from the bottom. Thank you so much for watching.